So Chris Y, who is a member of the Discord and has done a lot of logistical things related to the stream, made a playlist. So I no longer have to search for shitty fish videos. I can actually just look from the playlist that he curates. So we just have guaranteed good videos to react to. So Terror in the Deep, the Untouchable Fish Accident. I want to know what this means.
The ocean is a big place.
Okay.
Its mysterious aura as a place of monsters and wonders has long since captured the minds of us humans. Our fragile, air-breathing bodies aren't exactly equipped to deal with the challenges presented by this environment. So, for thousands of years, this world beneath the waves has been tantalizingly out of our reach. For most of human history,
it is funny that basically all like cryptids, well, not all cryptids, but like basically all like monsters, mythology, all that stuff is the ocean, because that's just the place we can't look. It seems really convenient that all of these monsters would exist in the ocean when that's the one place that we actually can't confirm that they're not there or not. So it's kind of dumb.
Knowledge of what lived in the ocean depended almost entirely on what drifted to shore by the tides or was brought up from the depths and fishermen's catches. Strange creatures either dead or dying by the time humans were able to see them.
When I was younger, I went to the beach. I don't really go to the beach often because I don't like the beach and I don't really work with saltwater fish. But I went to the beach and there was a horseshoe crab upside down with a perfect circle around it. Like a perfect circle. And I ran away scared because I thought it was part of a cult ritual. I thought someone was like sacrificing this horseshoe crab. And I realized the horseshoe crab was upside down and it has this like long pointed tail. And so it had been trying to right itself by pushing itself with its tail. So it had been basically creating a perfect circle around itself because it was stuck upside down. So I flipped it back over. It, ran back into the water and hopefully survived, but who knows how long it was out there. But I actually thought that I had like stumbled upon a cult ritual, especially because I like went to this beach house where there's like a main beach, and then I decided to go to the side like little beach area because I wanted to see if I could find anything cool that had washed up that no one else had found. So I wanted to see if I could find something that no one else had found on like this little side beach, and I thought I had stumbled upon a cult ritual. But yeah, so if you have like a horseshoe crab on its back, it'll try to correct itself and it creates a perfect circle.
Some of our earliest legends speak of brave heroes who take the plunge into the waters to uncover their mysteries. Some versions of the ancient story, the Epic of Gilgamesh, bear the title, He Who Saw the Abyss.
Isn't it fucking crazy that people used to put like domes on their head that just had like air trapped in them, and then they would just sink to the bottom of the water and then walk on the bottom of the water? Like they didn't have scuba tanks. They didn't have any of that. They just had like... the old helmets that they had were literally just helmets, and they would trap air in them and then put it underwater and not let the air escape. So you were just breathing the stagnant air under this helmet, and then you kind of just walked along the bottom. That's insane that people actually did that.
The biblical story of Jonah being swallowed up by a massive fish could be seen as another.
Why is he in that position? I love these old photos where something's happening because he is like face down, ass up. It's just such an odd position when you're being eaten by a fish. I would assume people would be like panicking or going insane.
This story, although largely fantastical, may have been an early attempt on theorizing how a human might feasibly survive this.
This is more reasonable. Guys panic, crazy, naked, fish is attacking him.
According to some legends, the Macedonian general was the first man to gaze at the world beneath the ocean's surface with his own two eyes, supposedly inventing a primitive diving bell made of glass and suspending the airtight vessel from his ship. Sitting inside his new invention, Alexander saw stuff down there that messed him up so bad that he reportedly said upon returning to the surface, "The world is damned and lost."
Then he definitely didn't see anything. There's no way, how deep could you go in a glass barrel and still be able to see something with the sunlight? Maybe like 50 feet max. So he went 50 feet down in the Mediterranean Ocean where there's literally nothing. Yeah, he saw a squid or like an octopus or like a pretty reef fish, and he was like, the world's doomed. He probably saw a moray eel and saw the teeth. You're actually probably right.
I'm just picturing this undefeated war veteran freaking out at seeing a sunfish for the first time, thinking it's an elder god.
Yeah, this seems like something that his enemies would make up about him rather than something that he actually said.
One early attempt at exploration very similar to Alexander the Great.
Oh God,
led
I've
to
seen
one
this.
incident that still to this day remains.
This is crazy to me. I mean, he created like a ball coffin, just one like bolted window to look out of. The fact that someone would do this, that you're that curious to trust that technology to not get pulverized. I don't think I would trust deep diving technology nowadays. So to trust it back then is crazy.
Most notably, he predicted the existence of a four-winged dinosaur in the fossil record, 85 years before the discovery of Microraptor, which confirmed many of his theories long after his death. However, BB was also well known for his explorations
Fuck
of the
Microraptors.
ocean.
If you've ever played Ark, they're the worst thing in the world. They jump out of nowhere at high speeds, like poison you, kill you, and then just jump away. And they're tiny, you can't even see them. They're the worst.
He, along with inventor Otis Barton, constructed the first Bathyspheres,
Oh my
a vessel
God.
that should be familiar to any fan of Bioshock. Though high-pressure cylinders would supply a rather limited amount of oxygen,
Looks like a magic 8-ball. It basically is. You're shaking the magic 8-ball and saying, am I going to die and be pulverized today by the pressure of the ocean?
nausea and headaches attacked the humans inside. Cramped and claustrophobic, many dives left BB and Barton bruised and bloody from the vessel's relentless shaking. You'd have to be insane to attempt.
It shook. They were just getting slammed back and forth against this cement ball, getting bloody and bruised, while also being attempted to fucking get shredded by the ocean. And they still kept doing it. I mean, that's dedication. I would say that I'm impressed, but I'm pretty sure that they were clinically insane. So I'm going to go with not impressed.
The massive man-sized predatory fish, which BB would later dub the Untouchable Bathysphere fish, resembled larger cousins of the black dragonfish, which are
I was
typically...
gonna say, it just sounds like a dragonfish or like a viperfish or something like that, but way too big. Is it possible that he just got the, you know, the size proportions wrong and he just actually saw a viperfish or something like that?
no longer than a few inches. Throughout his dives, BB spotted several other curious and elusive species unknown to science. The Bissell rainbow gar, the pallid sailfin, the five-line constellation fish, and the three-starred anglerfish. None of these have been observed outside of BB's 1930s visits, and quite controversially, BB gave them all scientific names.
Seems like maybe he just wasn't very good at describing the fish that he saw. Because, I mean, this could just be a viper fish that he just exaggerated the size of. This could just be a squid, and he didn't see the head of it. This could just be a needlefish of some sort. He could have just miscounted the lights on an angelfish and an anglerfish, and this literally just looks like a jellyfish. There are jellyfish or ctenophores that look exactly like this. So he probably just saw a ctenophore and assumed that it was a fish. And he probably saw a squid and assumed it was a fish. And he probably saw like a needlefish or beakfish or something like that. Like, these are all very explainable as not real things.
An action that most of the time involves obtaining a physical specimen for fellow scientists to verify, called a haplotype. Well, my theory is that some of his untouchable fish species are already known to science, just not by the names BB gave them. A few of them might have been simply misidentified and inaccurately described by the naturalist in the poor lighting conditions, and with his admittedly, at the time, not fully functional brain. Is it possible that the
Yeah, I mean, if he's getting slammed back and forth against the walls, I'd assume he's not fully
pallid
functional.
sailfin was in fact a species of squid?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Perhaps the five-line constellation fish was not a fish at all, but a type of comb jelly or
Again, what I said. Okay, well, Trey the Explainer went to the same conclusion that I did.
synatophore. Or maybe they are still out there, just waiting to be rediscovered by some adventurous human. Hey, as I said, the ocean is a big place. Not big enough for a megalodon to keep going undetected, but definitely big enough for other unknown species. And with that, thank you so much for watching this shorter installment of Trey the Explainer.
Yeah, that was a pretty good video. Hopefully I added enough to it. Like I said, I don't love to watch videos like that because I don't feel like I'm adding a lot educational wise, but I have some fun stories and my own guesses, which turned out to be the exact same as his guesses. Because when I looked at those, it's like, it seems pretty obvious to me. This is just, I mean, there are ctenophores, I think, that are comb jellies that look exactly like this. So it would make sense that he just assumed that it had an eye and a tail when he saw this. And this just literally just looks like a squid. He just saw a squid swim. It makes sense. These are easy things to mistake.